Hello, my gorgeous Leos. So, as sometimes I do, I decided to do you guys a bonus because I felt that the previous reading, your main reading, was actually very specific. I watched it through and I thought, God, not many people are going to resonate with that, probably just for 2 or 3 people. So, here's your bonus, Leo. Now, in meditation, it made me smile because Archangel Michael, first of all, showed me a plate of plain spaghetti, all tangled up. He then showed me somebody who had a ball of string in their hand, but the length went a long way onto the floor, and they were sort of just pulling this string around the main ball just to sort of tidy it up. And then they put an elastic band around it and put it to one side. I then saw somebody sweeping their kitchen floor. So, Leo, I don't know whether or not you are literally doing a sort of clean up. You may be untangling a situation. Michael's now showing me a ruler, straightening something out. You're determined to do this, Leo, because I feel as if you want, I'm hearing 2026 to be an amazing year with no issues. Okay. So are you trying to straighten something out, untangle a mess? Get something cleaned up before the end of the year? Okay, so you've only got a couple of months to go, Leo, but let's get into this and see what comes through, guys. Here we go. This is the Divination Tarot. It's a French deck. I love it. I can see somebody organising piles of paperwork and sticking post-it notes on the top. Okay, you're getting really organised, Leo. Okay, let's just see what this is, guys. Here we go. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Leos? This is their bonus reading. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have for my Leos for November 2025? Yeah, you're just getting really organised, guys. Really organised. Here we go. Now, I never know what's going to come through. Could be a challenging read. I don't know. But let's see what comes through, people. Here we go. Yeah. All right. Leo, you're doing a clean-up because you've been standing at crossroads. I think this clean-up, this untangling type energy that you're immersed in is because you're about to jump forward onto a new path, into a new cycle. You're thinking about it. Got to sort this out first, and then I can look at the new, okay? Yes. Crossing that, guys, is the Ace of Wands. You're getting very excited about a passionate new start. But it's as if you want to make sure that the previous cycle that you've been in is all sorted out, everything's aligned, so that you can leave it behind, walk away with no regret, is what I'm getting. In the past, guys, 10 of Pentacles. In the past, Leo, you were sat in either a family situation or you did quite well financially, 10 of Pentacles. After that time, the Hermit, you took a big step back and you thought about what you wanted for the future. And it may be, Leo, you realised that it wasn't all about financial stability. You weren't actually feeling fulfilled. Of course, there could have been issues with a Virgo in the immediate past. Possibly. In your thoughts now, 5 of Pentacles. Wow, guys. So you may have gone from sitting in the 10 of Pentacles to sitting in the 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. And after some deep thinking, Leo, what you're realizing is, I want a passionate new start. I want to feel good about myself and my life going forward. I want a fresh adventure. I want to get creative. But you may have been held back because either finances weren't good Or you needed to figure out what you really wanted in the immediate past. And I think you did. You figured out what you wanted. And that was to wrap up what might have been a little bit of a tricky, complex, challenging cycle and jump forward somehow. So in the immediate future, guys, we have the Magician. You're in full manifestation mode, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. You're manifesting fire. You're manifesting creativity. You're looking to the new. Lovely. In your fears, fearing, Leo, that you're about to do something a bit risky, fearing it may be too risky. Whatever you're about to jump into could be a brand new career. You could be selling your house. This could be you starting something that you're very passionate about, but you don't know if it has longevity. You don't know whether or not it's going to last the distance. You don't know. Whoever is in your environment, let's have a look. Oh, okay, 2 of Swords. They're either sat in denial that you're closing out a cycle, or this is someone who doesn't agree with what you're doing. And what they're saying to you is, Leo, you do this if this is what you want to do, but I'm having no part of it. Wow. Okay. In your hopes, my Leos, the Lovers, hoping that you're making the right choice, hoping, Leo, that this is going to work for you. Okay. And the outcome, the High Priestess. Leo, this is you using your intuition. You may be keeping something under wraps from someone. But if you're trying to do that, Leo, they already know what's going on, right? Or Leo, this is you, sat in the energy of the High Priestess. You're hoping you're making the right decision by following a brand new path. And for some of you, it could even be career, okay? If you somehow got to a point where you were sitting in financial stability and then something happened and you were left in the 5 of Pentacles, this is you maybe choosing a different career path. And therefore, the Lovers is literally you passionate about this, hoping that you made the right choice in terms of your career. Clarification for you. Temperance. You've been coasting for quite a long time, or you may have been thinking about a Sagittarian. Wow, strong Sag energy, Judgment. Leo, you may be making this decision because of a Sag, because of what a Sag did, or you may want to be with a Sagittarian. But very interesting energy, clarification being Temperance and Judgment. Maybe you judged yourself for staying in a situation simply for too long. And this is you following a divine path, Leo. This is you following your heart, your soul purpose. Whoever is in denial or whomever is saying, I want no part of this, is standing looking a little bit defensive. This is someone who is not wanting to play ball. This is someone, Leo, who doesn't want to partner up with you. This is someone who doesn't want to collaborate with you for whatever reason. They're simply saying no. But it's almost as if they're looking at you thinking, I should do this. I shouldn't be so defensive. I shouldn't turn my back on Leo, but they're doing it. Okay. 4 of Swords. They're thinking about this, Leo. Whilst you are saying to this person, I think we should manifest something new, or this is what I've considered, what do you think? They're pulling back, saying to you, I don't think this is a good idea. They're refusing to talk about this, but actually, Leo, this is someone who is in deep contemplation. They're just not telling you they are. So is this person going to change their mind? They might. If they feel they should do the right thing and in some way collaborate with you, they may come back to you, Leo, and say, okay, all right, I think you need me in on this. Tell me what you need me to do. You know, that sort of thing. Interesting. Under the deck, guys, we have the Five of Wands. Maybe there was conflict and drama in a situation and you're trying to untangle a bit of a mess. Yes, you want to untangle a mess and you want people to collaborate with you. You need help in this because, Leo, with the energy of the Hangman, either you're fed up with self-sacrificing or you are thinking about someone who has been self-sacrificing. You're wanting to straighten something out. Archangel Michael keeps showing me a ruler. You're wanting to straighten something out, untangle a mess. He's showing me spaghetti again. But someone here is refusing to be part of this. So you may be on your own in this, Leo, if this is you wanting to mend a situation, for instance, or start a brand new venture. Okay, guys. So, are you ready? Should we jump in? You're sat thinking about the Two of Wands. You've been standing at crossroads, wanting a passionate new start. Thinking about moving into a new cycle. Let's have a look at the situation you're considering. Scorpio energy with a death card. You may be wanting a passionate new start with a Scorpio, or you may be, Leo, simply wanting to change everything. Everything needs to change. This hasn't been good. This has been really stressful. You may have been in some kind of cycle where you lost money. It could have been a bad investment. It could be you were dealing with somebody who wasn't honest with you. It could be, Leo, that you simply got wrapped up in a difficult situation where you had to fork out somehow. And this is you wanting to sort something out. You wanting to sort something out. Okay, Five of Swords. There was sabotage. There was sabotage. And you sat in the Nine of Swords thinking, okay, can I do something about this? Can I sort this out? Okay. Leo, I think you gave someone a difficult message of truth. As in, I need you to work with me on this so we can resolve this. Why? Why did you need someone else? Okay, because Leo, you had no money. So this might have been a financial issue you wanted to sort out because you did go from sitting in the Ten of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles. And this is you left with Four Pentacles, and what you're saying to this person in the environment is, I need your help. I need your help with this. But they are refusing, Leo. Anyway, let's dip briefly into the past, guys. You may be on your own in this. Let's have a look at the past. Ten of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Leo, you had it all in the past. You had it all in the past. Why am I feeling nervous? Seven of Wands. You wanted to defend your wish come true, and you wanted to defend, protect your finances. Yes, this is you, Leo. Okay, the Strength card. Now, it could be because you were nervous about your health as you grew older. I need to protect my money in case I'm sick later on. This could be, Leo, you holding back from mending a situation because you wanted to keep hold of your 10 Pentacles, right? So you knew that it would take money to resolve a situation, and you thought, no, not quite ready to do that. But what you did do was you pulled back and you did a lot of thinking about what you wanted for the future. So what did you do after that time? You gave a little bit. You gave a little bit. It was still imbalanced, but you gave a little bit. But there was a bit of guilt that followed afterwards. Now, guys, this reading can be totally switched, okay? You know that, right? But this is my guilt card, okay? And this is breadcrumbing, and this is your energy. So, hate to say that. 3 of Swords. I think, Leo, what you realised was you have the means with the 10 of Pentacles to make something totally right and balanced. But because you wanted to hang on to your money, you decided not to, and instead you might have breadcrumbed someone. Dare I say that? But then afterwards, almost immediately afterwards, there was guilt, remorse, regret, and a sense of heartbreak. It's as if, why did I do that? Why didn't I do this properly? Because for some reason, Leo, you still ended up in the 5 of Pentacles, right? 6 of Swords, okay. You want to move to calmer waters. I mean, this is you wanting to really sort something out, untangle a mess, straighten something out, do clean up, right? What's on your mind? Okay, justice, because you want a situation to be balanced out. You want to be able to move forward feeling as if you did the right thing. You did the right thing. 2 of Pentacles. So Leo, you are ready to get busy. You are ready to take control of this. The problem is the person that you hoped would help you with this is basically turning their back. Leo, nothing to do with me. You're on your own. So this could be your partner who's saying to you, I don't agree with this. This could be somebody with financial means who you hoped would help mend a situation for you financially. They're not willing to do that. Okay. 7 of Swords. Leo, I've got to be honest, guys. What I'm feeling here is, and this could be switched again, guys, you want to sort out a situation so that it's fair and balanced for everyone involved, because I think this is financial, 10 of Pentacles to the 5 of Pentacles, because either you regret sitting in some kind of deception in the past, okay, which may have backfired on you and you might have lost money, or this is you knowing, Leo, that someone is juggling you with somebody else. Could be your partner. You know your partner's cheating on you, and you intend ending the relationship in the future, but you want to make sure that another situation is balanced out before you do that. This could literally be you, Leo, wanting to make sure your kids are okay financially before you detach. Something like that. It could be you're wanting to make sure that any debt is covered, because you know, Leo, you're about to break free. You're about to just cut the cord. And you want to have everything in order before you do that, to sort of put your mind at rest that you've done everything you need to do. You've done your best, right? This is you wanting to do the right thing morally, even if you didn't do the right thing morally in the past, or even if somebody else wasn't moral in the past. You have said to yourself, 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, I want to cut the cycle out. And I'm hoping to manifest sorting a situation so it's cleaned up before I head off, is what I'm getting, okay? Now, whoever is in the environment is somebody who is saying, I don't agree with this. I don't want to work on this with you. They're very nervous. They're very guarded. They're thinking about this, though. Now, this could be somebody who pulled you into a difficult situation financially, and they're simply sitting there feeling guilty because it might be this person that caused you to sit in the Five of Pentacles. Or Leo, this is someone who has a funny feeling that you're doing this because you plan on just detaching. And they're not wanting to help you with this because they feel that if they don't help you, you may not detach. This could be somebody simply wanting to keep hold of you. But you're in the energy of the Magician. You're determined to manifest a new cycle. You're fired up about this. You really want to do this. So, Archangel Michael, when do we have the Magician and the Two of Swords for my Leos? Thank you, Michael. January the 12th. Interesting. Okay, guys. Well, we're in November, not too far away. A couple of months. That's all I'm getting, guys. All right. I'm really curious. Let's have a look at the energy of the person sat in the Two of Swords. They're basically saying, nope, not interested in manifesting, cleaning this up, sorting this out, not interested. But they're sitting in the Nine of Wands. They may know that they caused this for you, or they may know that they caused part of the financial issues. They are sitting in the Four of Swords thinking, I should help Leo. I should help Leo, and they may be feeling a bit bad that they're not. What is this person's energy, please? Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is someone who I think is actually feeling guilty. I don't know. I'm looking at that face. This is someone who isn't interested in reconciliation, isn't interested in sorting this out. It's as if they're in a bit of a mood. It's as if they are moody, right? What are they thinking about? They're thinking about the past. So is this someone who betrayed someone else in the past? And Leo, you've been left to sort this out, maybe. And they're refusing to be part of this simply out of guilt. They don't even want to think about this anymore because they feel so bad about this. I'm getting a weariness. Okay. Leo, you may have helped this person gain their stability in the past. You may have put a roof over their head. You may even have bought this person a property. Is that the reason, Leo, why you went from the Ten of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles? Because you helped this person out? What are they saying to you? I'm busy working. It's as if they don't even want to speak to you. Don't bother me, Leo. No, don't have any time to help you. Don't have any time to do anything about this. I'm busy working. I'm too busy, right? Wow. What is their energy? I wondered whether or not this was your partner, but Leo, this is someone single. So this is someone single, financially very stable. It could even be thanks to you. They're sitting in a lot more financial stability than you, Leo. They're sitting in the Nine of Pentacles. They're working on the Eight of Pentacles, and you're sat in the Four of Pentacles. So I think you wanted to collaborate with this person somehow to help manifest cleaning up a situation because you planned on detaching in the future. But they're having none of it. Okay, but they are feeling a sense of guilt. I'm telling you now, they are feeling a sense of guilt, remorse, regret. This is someone who also wants to move into a new cycle, or they could literally be sitting on a fortune. But they have no intention, Leo, of helping you out with this, sadly. Are they going to do anything? They might give you one pentacle. Wow, okay. It may be like squeezing blood out of a stone, Leo. If you pressure them, they may say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to give you a really tiny amount of money. But it's like an olive branch. It's not going to be anything. But they may feel guilty, so they may offer you something. They may offer you something and sort of say, yes, sorry, that's all I've got, which is rubbish. It's a fish in a cup because, you know, they are sitting in the Nine of Pentacles and they're working on the Eight of Pentacles. In effect, they've got nearly 17 Pentacles. You're sitting in 4. So they're going to pretend that they're broke. They're going to pretend that they haven't got any money. And this is someone feeling really guilty about this. But I don't know, Leo. They could be looking at the future, thinking that they will have a lot of bills to pay, or they may be assuming that they're going to be having to fork out a lot of money later on. I think you're disappointed in this person, Leo, because what you're realizing is they don't really want to help you with this. So this is you on your own. This is you on your own. So what are you thinking about when this person says, well, I can't do very much, but I can give you this? What are you thinking about? Okay, all right. What you're thinking about is, I've got to find another plan. I've got to find another way, because otherwise I won't be able to balance out the situation for a very long time, which may mean, Leo, that you can't move forward into a new cycle, which is what you want to do, for quite a long time. So you may have to put your own plans on the back burner, because what you're realizing is you might have hoped that this person would help you manifest sorting out a situation. They don't want any part of it. So this is you having to go back to the drawing board, because you don't want to wait. You're in your head, you don't want to wait. Because Leo, you're going to have to put your own plans on the back burner, and I don't think you want to. I don't think you want to, guys. What are you thinking about? Okay, so I could be connecting with a masculine, or as a feminine, you are sat firmly in your masculine. You're wanting to take charge. You're wanting to take charge, Leo. So what are you going to do? Because this person isn't going to help you. They're not going to help. If you're wanting to balance out a financial situation, you've gone from the 10 of Pentacles to the 5 of Pentacles, and this person sat in this wealth, is what I want to say, is not willing to help you, then you may have no choice but to either sell a piece of land. I don't know, you could have land. Or you may be thinking, Leo, the only thing I can do to sort this out for good, to sort this out so I don't keep looking back feeling a sense of I should have done something, is to move. Your house may have gone up in value. You may be thinking, okay, well, maybe I should just move. Find money that way. Move to a cheaper house. I don't know. Empress, King of Pentacles. Okay. Now, Leo, you may be speaking to an Empress about this, and or a King of Pentacles, because you're coming through as the King of Wands, or you could be embodying the King of Pentacles energy, and you may need to speak to your partner, your wife, about this, or someone who is a mother, about moving. About moving. Okay. So you're basically putting it to someone who could be a joint owner of a property. What you're saying is this person over here on the right hand side, even though they've got the money to help, they're not willing to do it. They do feel a bit guilty, but they've said no. So we've got no other option, or I've got no other option but to sell the house and move, because I need a lump sum of money here. What is this? I'm looking at this Empress. What is this Empress saying to you, Leo? This is not you. I think you're coming through as a masculine. All right. What this Empress is saying to you is that would probably help the situation. That may help a family dynamic. Could be their family dynamic, your family dynamic. So they're agreeing that if it would make everyone happy, if it would help you, Leo, feel good about this, that you balance something out, you untangled a mess, then they're agreeing, yes, right? Okay, I'm joint owner of this property, for instance, I agree. So what are you going to do then, Leo? Well, you're going to get busy. You're going to get busy. You could be house hunting. You could be calling estate agents, realtors. Why are you doing all this, Leo? Why are you doing all this? I don't get it. Oh, because you're looking at past mistakes. So Leo, you made a past mistake, which somehow caused you to go from the 10 of Pentacles to the 5 of Pentacles. Maybe there was also guilt, remorse, regret about another person in the mix. And this is you wanting to balance the situation out because you are planning on detaching. What else are you thinking about? Wow. Leo, I've got to be honest, guys. I mean, this is you thinking, I made a really bad mistake in the past. I regret the past. Because you may have betrayed someone, and it could have been financially, it could have been a family member. You may have tried to get away with not giving someone what they were actually due because you wanted to hang on to the 10 of Pentacles. I don't know, Leo. I hate to say that. So you're on the move, you're house hunting, you're calling realtors here. All right. Because Leo, I've got to be honest, you're planning on detaching from the situation you're in. You may be actually planning on ending a marriage here. And I think you want to sort out family money and make something right and fair and balanced to bring justice to a situation because you know that you plan on leaving in the future. It could be in the next 6 months, it could be next year, but this is you thinking, I cannot leave knowing that I didn't sort the situation out. This is what you want to do. You're wanting to do the right thing, Leo. Whatever you did in the past, you're wanting to do the right thing. So what is the energy between you and the person who is unwilling to help you? Wow. Yeah, communication. Okay. They are feeling a bit guilty because they've got the money to help you, but for some reason they're saying no. Okay. They are going to give you a little tiny bit. 1 pentacle out of 17, they're going to give you a little bit because they're sitting in 9 pentacles working on 8 pentacles, right, which is 17, but they're not willing to do any more. Now, what you're hoping, Leo, is that you can make the right choice. Now, that could be to end a situation, to be with a lover, could be. And the final card, Leo, interestingly, is the High Priestess. Now, either you're thinking of a Pisces, Hangman, High Priestess in the future, wanting to collaborate with a High Priestess, or what you're wanting to do is keep a secret from a High Priestess. But Leo, you know that's going to be impossible because a High Priestess is highly intuitive. Let's have a look at the High Priestess. So Leo, this is you wanting to sort out a situation, but keeping this under wraps and keeping your future plans under wraps. Tell us about the outcome. Tower. I'm hearing silence. As in, Leo, you are springing something on someone. You could be telling a High Priestess, okay, I'm leaving, expecting her to be shocked and angry and with a million questions. But what is interesting, Leo, is she's saying absolutely nothing, which can only mean that, Leo, she knew that you were going to be doing this all along, and that may shock you. Oh my God. She realized a long time ago that I was leaving this family situation to be with a lover, because she's not saying anything, Leo. She may look at you steadily and just say, okay, right? Wow. What are you saying to her? Goodness me. You're going to go on to say very quickly, Leo, that you've taken charge, you've wrapped everything up, you've acted with integrity, and you've sorted out the money. You're just going to say that. You're coming through as the Emperor. Three of Wands. You're telling someone else that their ship is going to come in, that you've sorted everything out, you've untangled a mess, and that all the finances are balanced. And you're also saying to whomever you're talking to, it could even be another family member, that you're ready to embrace change, you're moving forward. But this High Priestess already knows. She already knows. Okay, what else is going to happen here, Leo? There may be somebody else who's angry, who didn't cotton on to what you were going to do. There may be somebody else who is going to be angry. Could be a Cancerian, angry that you're leaving. Okay. Who is going to be angry? A Queen of Pentacles, who could be your wife, Leo, King or Queen of Pentacles. So somehow, Leo, a High Priestess who could be a family member is not going to be shocked that you're suddenly announcing that you're leaving. But it might be a massive shock to your partner, who has been sat in a very stable family situation for quite a long time. She's going to be furious. Of course. Because what you're saying is, I'm leaving. And she's sort of in shock, right? What are you saying to her? Yes, you're leaving. You're leaving. You're going. Okay. Wow, this does feel a little bit like the first reading for you, your main reading. But anyway, tell us about the energy of this Queen of Pentacles. She could be a Taurian. You're married to the Queen of Pentacles. Leo, this is you keeping a new cycle, plans for a new cycle under wraps from your wife and your kids, until you've made something right, until you've sorted out a mess, until you have done the right thing financially. It could be to do with money, your will, inheritance, something like that, to make sure your kids are okay. But whoever the High Priestess is not going to be shocked. You're dropping what you think is a bombshell on the High Priestess, and she's saying nothing. She's just going to look at you and say, okay, as if she knew all along. You're going to very quickly go on to say, well, I've wrapped up everything, I've sorted everything out, you're going to be okay. Oh, you're going to be okay financially. All right, so you may have a very intuitive child, Leo, who could be a Cancerian or a Pisces. We've also got Aries and Scorpio here. She doesn't seem to be shocked at all. But you are reiterating that you've done the right thing, you're acting with integrity, you've sorted something out, and you're ready to embrace change and move forward. But it's the Queen of Coins who is going to be shocked. She's flying in left of centre, furious, and it's as if you've already left the building. You've already gone. You grabbed your keys, you put a couple of suitcases in the car, and you're off. She's your wife, or this could be a very close family member who is going to be shocked, who might be a Taurian. Why are you leaving, Leo? What's the main reason? You could be leaving a situation to be with a Cancerian, or you may be leaving a situation because of something that you kept hidden. It could have been another relationship, could have been another connection. Lovers, right? We saw the lovers come out. What were you hiding, Leo? What were you hiding? Yes, the fact that you fell in love with somebody else. You fell in love with someone else, Leo. Somebody that made you happy. Somebody who may even live in another area. And I think because you became enlightened that this family situation had become toxic, you've been in your head thinking about the transition from your old life to your new life. And I think, Leo, this is you making sure that you've done the right thing, you've wrapped everything up, you've made something right, you've sorted out the finances, you might be protecting your kids' future financially before you leave. And then you're going to drop the bomb on this Queen of Pentacles that you're leaving and you're just going to go. Wow, Leo. So guys, my goodness, I'm leaving it there. Let me know, Leo, if this was your story. Take care of you guys. And of course, I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. Bye, Leo.